What up? It's your boy Scuba Steve.
And I'm the Sodaholic.
And I'm your boy LaChonkla.
Welcome back. Welcome back to another Hot Take Tuesday. Ooh, your ears are now bleeding because I caught you off guard with the whole yelling thing.
Got
Low-key,
him.
it's kind of sad because low-key, I'm in my room by myself and I'm doing all this. I'm moving a lot when I'm talking, so I kind of just like, when I was like doing loud noises, I was like, and because usually I like to do that when people are around. It makes me feel validated. At least people are seeing, even though they're not laughing. At least they seen it, right? It makes me feel like I'm,
Speaking of moving those,
right. Oh right.
I
yeah.
had to help my family move in recently, so I wasn't able to play video games a lot of the time because we don't have all our stuff yet. So instead, we went out and bought board games or card games, and my hot take today is that board games or card games are underrated. Like today we play a lot of video games because that's like the new thing, and a lot of people are playing video games. It's easy to play with friends, but going back and playing some board games with my family over the break, waiting for our stuff to get here, was really fun. And like, there's a lot of different cool board games. We even went to a store that's like dedicated to board games and card games, and to get a board game, and they have like really cool games, but I think they're underrated because like not a lot of people play them, and obviously it's really hard to play if you don't have like friends at your house, but they're really
duh.
but I think board games and card games are underrated because like they're really fun, and it's a really good way to like kill time and get to know your friends, you know?
Hey, hey, the Sodaholic.
Yeah.
Do you got an opposite view of that?
Technically, yes.
Okay,
when I was a child.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. You go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say. I was gonna say good because I agree, and I don't know what else to oppose. Well, it's not. Oh, no, you go ahead, and then I'll say my 2 cents.
So part of me disagrees because you know what? I'll just be the disagree guy. When I was a child, okay, I had some pretty negative experiences with board games and card games, okay, and I find it very offensive that you think you want to bring that back. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, no, I had some I don't have some fond memories of board games and card games when I was a kid, and so now that I'm older, I prefer to avoid that because there's some residual like I don't want to play, like, just some bad stuff. But things have been changing around since board and card games are making it to the Xbox, and I get to play on the Xbox. Check out Uno and Risk on Steam and Xbox. Nah, but yeah, more so today. I'm getting used to card games and board games, but definitely not my first pick for reasons that aren't the fault of card or board games.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I guess I can get that right now. My go-to when I want to play games with like my brother or my family or something, be like Left 4 Dead or Mario Kart, Mario Party, anything Nintendo, or Left 4 Dead or Halo. Right, just any game that's co-op, and we play video games, right? And so those are our main entertainment. And so yeah, I guess you're right saying that, I blinked out. I forgot it was called. Board games and card games are more or less more, I guess, underrated. I mean, you don't show up to the kickback and be like, "Hey guys, you guys want to play Sorry?" They're like, "No, we're here to play Quake 2, man. It's a get together." Fucking nerd. Anyways, but Yeah, I mean, I do enjoy board games. There are some nights though when we try to play a board game, me and my friends, and it's just trash. I remember one night, not the board game, the experience. I remember one night that the Sodaholic and a couple other friends came over and we were just chilling at my crib. It was a board game night. Like once a week we get together and we play games. And the main reason we all get together for one is board games, right? And so one of my friends just has massive plethora, the treasure chest full of board games. So he'll bring a board and we'll play it together. And one week he brought this new game. I think it was like Code Names or something. And for when you get a new game, well, you have to learn how to play the game, read the instructions, and it's always a slow start when everyone is new to a game.
Yeah.
Right, because that's how it is. I mean, it's a slow start, and once you understand it, it's just fun. But that night it was a slow night, or at least it was like the instructions were just like and this is when Fortnite was still big, and my brother had Fortnite on the Xbox, or when Fortnite was, I think it was crossplay, right? It still is, but like it was on like every single device, right? It was like. My brother had an Xbox, so, while we were waiting, he was playing, a couple rounds while we were understanding the game. And then the Sodaholic brought his iPad, so he's like, bet, squat up. And then my sister was like, oh, bet, I've been playing it lately, let's squat up. and so, the three of them are playing, as we're, getting to learn the game, the three of them are, dropping at tilted towers, right? And then it just got to the point where they didn't care about code names. They were like, oh shoot, the bubble's closing, we need to get together and watch out for the enemies. And so we gave up on code names and we just watched them play Fortnite. It was kind of dumb. I was frustrated. My other friend, I mean, I'm pretty sure he was frustrated too, right? Because board games are fun, But that is a perfect example of why the board games are underrated, because of Fortnite and games like that.
I got a story. So there was one time Scuba Steve and our mutual friend who loves board games and another pal of mine, they went to Toys R Us. And they asked me if I wanted to hang, and I said nah, because I wanted to babysit my dog. He was, when he's left all alone, he kind of gets a little too sad, and he trembles and stuff, and he hasn't been feeling good, so I wanted to stay home and keep an eye on him. And later that night, they called me, and they're like, hey, we're done with Toys R Us. Can we come over to your house? And I was like, no, my dog, he's gonna get riled up and stressed out that you guys are here, and I won't be in the same room as him, so then it'll just freak him out even more. And they're like, oh, okay, no problem. And I was like, oh, all right, that's cool. These guys are cool. I'll just hang out with them next time.
Yeah.
They're at my front fucking door. It was like they did. I opened the blinds and I see the car parked out in front. I opened the door and they walked in. They're like, hey, man. But the point I'm getting to is that they bought a card game called We Didn't Playtest This. And it was a bunch of games that were made that weren't playtested. And so we tried playing those games, and they were garbage because no one playtested them. So not all.
I mean, that sounds
games.
Obvious.
That's true. Not all cardboard games are the best.
Especially if they're not play-tested.
Shout outs to the game Dose. Sequel to Uno. Game's confusing as fuck.
I see so many of those games now. The Dose games. But yeah, to your point, card games are really hard to learn, or card games and board games take a little bit to learn, but that's like the same thing as with all video games. The only thing like video games have going for them, I guess, is that like as soon as you learn the first iteration of that game or a first type of that game, you know how to play most of the games like that, and so you don't have to relearn games. and all board games are kind of are really different, and so like you can play a lot of different board games, and you have to read the rules every time you play them. So it takes a lot of time to get used to playing them. So I see your point, but like again, I think especially like since Xbox, not everybody has like a Switch. A Switch is more of like a party games for like people, like a lot of people. But like Xbox and PlayStation are more like 2 to 4 player at max. And so like having the board games at like parties or like at hangouts could be really fun, with like a fun way to hang out and a fun way to like spend time, you know. And because even since like there's just a lot of different ones, like my favorite one that I got recently was Card Wars. It's a game based off Card Wars from Adventure Time, and it was really fun.
Fun fact, La Chancla got we do this white elephant, not a white elephant, it was like a good, we do this like Christmas party at our local church, and I remember,
I already know where this story's going.
I remember me and my roommate were at Goodwill, going shopping for some Christmas gifts and other things, because the gift you got to bring has to be $10 and under, and so my roommate, saw what he liked, and he was like, "Oh, this is an interesting game. Who would buy this board game? This is ridiculous." Right? And so, I mean, we knew one person that would buy it, and that's why we bought it, because maybe this guy will pick it up in the Christmas party, and so so he bought it. We wrapped it, we get all the friends together, all the people that want to show up to the party, and, everyone has to bring a gift. And so I remember we all go in a circle. I forget what it's called. I don't think it's White Elephant, but it's not a gift exchange or something, but it's like, everyone takes turns picking a gift under the tree, and no one knows what it is. They just pick it up, and they open it, and it's like, oh, it's a sock. Oh, it's a bottle of juice. Right? So, we all take turns. We all get our stuff. And I remember it was La Chancla's turn, and he picked the gift, shake it, like chowder, and freaking he opens the gift, and it's a board game. It's a fishing
All right, wait, no. I didn't
game.
pick that game. All right, wait, let me be clear. I did not pick that game. The rules of this gift exchange is you get to steal. You have like a certain amount of steals.
So
and someone stole my gift and gave me the fishing game. I remember. Pick it
that was it. Yeah, that was it. He got the fishing game, right? And no one wanted to trade with him, so he kept the fishing game. Well, he didn't really keep it. He put it under the couch in the house. But, it's still technically his.
No,
right?
Actually, we played a game of, I forget what the game was, but it was like a dice game. And I bet that if I won the game, I get to keep it there. And I won the game, but they still made me keep it. But that was kind of BS. But now I know the backstory to how I ended up with that game.
Yeah. Yeah. So it was a pretty trash board game. We played it a little bit before we gave it to you. So, all right. Well, leave a comment down below.
What is your favorite board game?
Mine is Dominion. Dominion's fun.
Oh, that's a fun game. I like Dominion.
Do you also have traumatizing experiences with board games and card games? Comment down below.
That being said, thank you for listening. Please, have a good day.
See you guys next time. Peace out.